continue on. And remember, if he wins the MVP, he gets $250,000 from the Yankees as a bonus. And Derek Jeter last night had his other episodes on, 3 and 4, called The Captain. He was the 11th captain in New York Yankee history. Great career. He was in 7 World Series, won 5. But interesting stuff about the Mets. Met fans are not going to be happy. Just said he never took the Mets serious. And the Red Sox, he said, we just always thought they'd screw up. And a lot of A-Rod in episode 4. I was surprised. They had a great friendship, but then it went sour because of an Esquire magazine where A-Rod did not paint a great picture about Jeter, just said that Jeter was in a great team with a lot of great guys behind him. And when you went to New York, you were not worried about Jeter. And that also rubbed Jeter the wrong way. One thing Jeter did give him a compliment. He said he came to the Yankees to play third base, and he never once asked to play shortstop. And he did give that credit to A-Rod. And that is your trifecta. Peace.
So there is a restaurant that I have been wanting to go to. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, I texted my girlfriends because we've been talking about taking the Bright Line down to the Miami area and going to like Brickell, Wynwood area and doing like a girls' day, a brunch.
It's beautiful.
And I saw this place and I was like, this looks so fun. And I may have to go there sooner than later.
You might get there quick.
Just in case this happens. So yes, it is called Our House. And our governor, Ron DeSantis, has filed a complaint against the business. And they're saying it's for allowing children to attend this, what they call family-friendly drag brunches that they do. So this is a Wynwood restaurant, and they're saying that its liquor license could be in jeopardy after this complaint. So his complaint, DeSantis, dubs a popular drag brunch venue at Our House as a public nuisance, characterizes the extreme measure as an effort to protect children from the events that try to sexualize kids. So I guess these drag brunches get a little risque. Some of the guys are topless, and then they do have breast and all this stuff, and who are in drag, and that's the thing. And I guess there was an investigator who was going quite often and noticing these things. So there was videos from Our House events that were posted July 3rd. In which a drag performer leads a child around the restaurant patio. Mm-hmm. So the video apparently led to a more formal investigation of drag performances at the business during brunches, and this was between July 9th and July 23rd. The same investigator just kept on going back. It's probably a joy to themselves.
I was going to say, he keeps going back, but he's going to investigate and say there's something wrong.
I'm investigating. The complaints allege that the drag performances at the venue simulated sexual activity that constituted lewd activity and warrants for them to revoke the respondent's license. So they're talking about it. And of course, the statement representatives at Our House said, listen, we are aware of the complaint and are currently working with the Department of Business and Professional Regulations through our attorneys to resolve the situation. We're an inclusive establishment and welcome all people to visit our restaurant. We are hopeful that Governor DeSantis would be, they say, they know that he's a supporter and champion of Florida's hospitality industry and small businesses. We'll see this as what it is, a misunderstanding, and that the matter will be resolved positively and promptly. So they're still going at it. It's one of those things, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I mean, isn't this more parenting than it is somebody going in there and trying to enforce and complaints and trying to enforce like new laws and stuff like that? Isn't it more of like...
Well, you're bringing kids into the establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
That's parenting. A kid can bring a kid... a parent can bring a kid to an R-rated movie if they're with them. Mm-hmm. So
it is on the parent of some capacity, but I guess they feel on the other one that, they should be maybe tell some people before they come in, have a notice on the door. There are stuff. They do that with albums and other stuff, shows. Maybe they think that's something they need to say. There is stuff here that is not good for minors. I don't know. He's upset about this. I mean, it's been talked about all over the place. And that he was bothered by it. And if the governor's involved, they're going to look into it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
they are looking into it. Yeah,
it follows up on the heels of the one that was in, I think it was Houston.
There was one,
There was
Texas.
one in Houston where there was kids at it. Now this was I think this one might be a little bit different because that was a nightclub and it was at night and children were brought there. And I mean, they were simulating sex scenes. Mm-hmm. They had adult toys out. They had a sign that said it doesn't suck itself. And stuff like that. And there were children. And I mean, children as young as like 6 years old.
Yeah.
At that one. And I know that was a big deal. That was in the media for some time. So this might be like they're trying to lump this all together. I don't know much about this one other than reading the article that Franny brought up. But I don't know. If there's alcohol there, I don't think children should be there. I mean,
but there's alcohol at all restaurants.
Well, you can't, but you can't take a kid to a bar.
Yeah, but this is a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant.
Right. It's just a regular restaurant?
Yeah, they're known
Okay.
for their drag brunch and it's only Saturday, Sundays. The rest of the week, it's a normal restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is.
Yeah.
It is a restaurant. It's not a bar. They
Yeah.
just do first Saturday, Sundays, their brunches. They have drag shows.
We're just we're dancing that fine line between when it's appropriate for a child to be exposed to that type of thing.
But there are a lot of people who are like, listen, he shouldn't be in my business as far as it comes to parenting. They said, he's there, what he's saying, to target the business to protect kids. But some parents are saying, hey, that's not your call for where I want to bring my child for brunch. So I don't know.
He might also feel it's just, it's not right. I mean, just like casinos, you can't bring a kid. You can't get a kid in there when you're 18, under 18. You're not allowed. So I'm sure they're going to go back and forth with this, and there'll be everybody's going to have an opinion.
Yeah,
No doubt.
if they lose their liquor license, that's the end. I mean, who wants to go to brunch and not have a mimosa?
Yeah.
Or the restaurant in general.
Yeah. And for this restaurant, it'll help in some ways because some people will find out about it and want to go, and it'll hurt in some ways. It'll go back and forth. That's the whole thing. But I think you could debate this all day long. But I think at the end of the day, it is the parents.
Yeah, well, clearly they have the ultimate.
Sure.
You take a child or not take a child. Yeah, they have the control is in their hands. If children are going there, they're being taken by somebody.
Yeah, 100% right.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the performers.
No.
And maybe if they have to fix this and they don't want to fight back or whatever, just if the restaurant, your regular restaurant hours, it's okay because they say it's a family-friendly restaurant. Maybe Sunday brunches, you got to be 18 or older. That's it. Just to kind of do a quick fix.
Or maybe they could clean up the act a little. Maybe not.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're going to now if that's the thing. And I haven't seen it, so I don't know how sexually explicit it is.
That's the hard part. That's what makes it difficult to judge, to me, in my opinion on it. Because I'm a big advocate. You leave the kids alone. That's all. That's do what you want to do. Otherwise. But leave the children alone.
Yeah.
But if it's just if it's harmless and it's harmless fun, which a lot of those things can be, then I don't see a problem with it. So it's hard to tell without knowing that content.
Exactly. Well, I'll do some investigating. I'll go down there for you guys in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
You'll
Brandy.
take one for the team.
I will. I'm going to go down to the drag brunch.
Nice.
But it's a very popular place for girls who do like bachelorette parties and
I've
stuff
heard
like
about it
that.
for years.
Yeah. So, and it's like I said, I have been wanting to go, and I probably have to go sooner than
better
later,
go
just
quick.
in case the governor decides to
Shut it down.
definitely push the gas on this one.
I'm sure this weekend they're going to be packed.
Yeah.
With a lot of notoriety, more than they've
Well,
had.
in more ways than one, like both sides will, because if this is in the news now, then the one side that's against it is going to keep their eye on it very closely, right?
Yeah.
And then the other side's going to be like, we want to support it. So I think you'll see a big uptake. They're probably going to get an uptick in business.
As I said, we probably get a lot of people who didn't even know it was there saying, "Hey, let me check it out."
They may even get some protesters outside too.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why you'll get both.
Yeah, you definitely will. 877-927-6969. If you got a take on this, let us know. Give us a call. You can get involved with the show with that. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Well, here's something that I saw, and I thought we could all play along a little bit here, and I'll give you the preface of it. And Dr. James Bellini is a futurologist in England, which apparently is a real thing. A futurologist, of course, not England. We all know England is real, but he's talking about things that he expects to be mainstream, is the key word there, by 2050.
Okay.
Which means they'll be accessible to everyday people, not just super rich, but everyday people. And in his list, it includes households will be using drones to stock a refrigerator. He thinks that will be commonplace by 2050, accessible to everyone. We'll grow food in vertical farms where fields stretch upwards and not outwards. I know you got a story that's similar to that too.
Yeah.
Kitchens will operate almost entirely without water, using ultrasonic waves to clean surfaces. Also, washing machines will use high-tech beads to destroy dirt. So again, to conserve water, that's the obvious goal there. These are things that this person, James Bellini, a futurologist, says will be mainstream by 2050. As for space, from 2030 onwards, we'll see many Mars programs kicking in, and within that decade, men and women will be landing on Mars and creating self-sustaining economies. I don't know about that one. Now it's probably one that I think is a little far off. I don't think by 2030 we're going to see that. Apparently, he feels that eating bugs will be normalized.
I think they've been saying that for a while.
Yeah, no, I ain't buying that one either. There will be bins that automatically separate recycling. We sort of have that now, in a way. So those are some things, 6 things that he feels. This is, again, Dr. James Bellini, a futurologist, says that those things will be normal by 2050. What do you guys think that we'll see by 2050 will be normal? Everyday things that maybe it's something that we have now, but on a smaller scale will be bigger, something that will be brand new. Any ideas? What do you think? Greek, what do you think will be normal?
I think the drones will be a lot more common for everybody. I mean,
drones?
Yeah, it's 28 years from now. I think they'll be less expensive, like everything else.
Right.
Everything's come down, but I think that'll be a way of life for a lot of people.
Drone technology, you think that'll be more of a way of life for people? I don't disagree with that.
It was
they're actually pretty affordable now.
Yeah,
you know.
I saw a picture the other day. It was pretty interesting on the social media of a desk in 1998 and a desk today, business desk, and it shows you all the things you had: calendars, calculator. All these things.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then today, it's just a laptop. That's it.
I was going to say laptop and a cell phone.
Well, we can get into that as well because I have also a list of things that were normal in the 90s but non-existent now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I do have that list as well.
But what do you think, before we jump off of that, what do you think, Franny? What do you think that we'll see in 2050 that is either now but primitive or will be a completely new thing? Any idea?
I think a majority of the people are going to be driving electric.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That was one I thought of, too, electric cars. But they'll be more sophisticated by then.
And affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. By that time, we got 28 years for you guys to make this cheaper.
I know there was an article I was reading one time that Elon Musk was trying to develop an electric car that would cost about $5,000. It would be obviously a bare bones, nothing special about it.
Who cares?
But something that would be affordable for the everyday person. And it was a division off of Tesla that he was trying to do this with, and it wouldn't be a moneymaker for him. He'd break even with it. And that was the whole purpose of it, was to get more electric cars out there for people like us that can't afford the ones that they have now. I mean, I can't afford $70,000, $80,000.
Oh, they're expensive.
Tesla, they're very, very expensive. Even Kia, which you would think is a cheaper version, I mean, you're looking at $55,000, $60,000 for an electric car for them. Here's something that I think that we're going to see one day is some sort of a card, a chip, or something like that is going to operate almost all of our lives, and it may even be condensed down to an app on our phone where it'll have our ID, our way of paying for things, which a lot of these things we already have now, but we have them in separate entities, like a debit card, credit cards, our photo ID, our voter ID. Things like that will all be condensed into one thing. And it might, like I said, maybe an app where all you got to do is scan that app. And again, we have some of that, like with QR codes that we have now. I think they'll probably enhance that. And another thing that I think is going to come, and we've seen bits and pieces of it, that like Microsoft is developing, Apple is developing, Sony, Samsung, a lot of these electronic companies, is television screens that you just open up and you put them up on a wall.
Oh, they already have them.
Or something paper thin that's you just can open it up.
Yeah.
And there's a version of that, but I think
It's
we'll
like
get
wallpaper.
that more sophisticated to where
I watched it on one of whatever that Vanilla Ice show is, where he redoes houses. He did one. He put one of those in somebody's houses, and it's like wallpaper, but
Wow.
it's a television.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
It's insanity. Yeah. So I mean, that technology's there. It already exists. It's just super expensive.
it's expensive and again it has getting it to the everyday person.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Franny. Now you had to take. Which way did you want to go with that?
Yeah. So there was also, we were talking about things in the future. So now this is, I love it. They say old people are sharing things that were normal in the 90s, but are either rare or non-existent now. And so when you go on here, it's just one of those Reddit things that people decided to come out and talk about. And starting here, they said being completely unreachable by anyone for an entire day or more with no one thinking that it was unusual or rude. Right?
Oh, my God.
Yep. And I thought about that, too. I mean, man, like, if you had an emergency or you're trying to you're screwed.
Yeah.
Unless you had a pager.
Didn't exist.
I got a perfect example of it right now.
Yeah.
When we went to cut that spot during the break, I took my phone in there.
Yeah.
I left it in there. This is the first segment I've not had my phone here to where we could communicate via text.
You're unreachable. I
And-
can see you though.
And it's weird. It feels weird.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I mean, we all talk about it. My dad used to talk about it. He said you left on Friday afternoon. That was it.
Yeah.
Unless there was a fire.
Nobody
called you.
Massive. I mean, there had to be something massive.
Yeah.
Or you were on call, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, because
Yeah.
I worked for a company for years. Everybody had a weekend shift or whatever.
Yeah.
But, outside of that.
Like you said,
Yeah.
a fire. If there wasn't a fire, you didn't hear from them.
Yep. This taking your disposable camera to get developed and having no idea if any of your pictures were even usable until you got the pictures back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn it. Damn it. My thumb again.
Yep. They said on here, printed list of family and Fred's phone numbers stuck on the fridge. You
Yep.
don't really do that anymore. Yep. Calling the movie theater or looking in the newspaper for movie times.
Oh, my God.
These are things that are either non-existent or just very rare from the 90s.
Calling sports phone to get
Yeah.
scores of a game that you have money on.
That's right.
Some
Yep.
people used to do that.
Even the payphones. You don't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were still around the 90s.
Very rare.
We got
Very rare.
we got a lot of gamers playing multiplayer video games with all the players in one room together.
Yeah, really.
Not like across the globe, right?
Corded game joysticks.
I love this. They were like, "Hey, what's the guy from that one thing? I don't know, me either." Oh well. Now it's like Google.
Yeah.
That's right. Look it
Yeah,
up.
When you could
Look it
figure
up,
it out.
Franny.
Yeah, we could figure it out. You're just like, oh well. I'm just not gonna know.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
It'll come to me.
Yep. When picking up someone from the airport, you could wait for them at their gate back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
No more.
I remember that.
Yep. Giving a meeting point and a meeting time just in case you get lost when you go to like a park or whatever.
Yeah.
Now you could just call them, text them, be like, hey, this is where we're at.
I'll send you a pin.
Yep. Pressing play and record at the same time. When was the last time you did that?
Oh, my God. Crazy.
Home telephones and answering machines. Also with these, memorizing phone numbers. Yep, I actually posted something yesterday on Real Radio 921's Instagram because there's an old school telephone where I record the gator in there.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, when's the last time you saw one of these suckers? Floppy disks. My parents had a file cabinet full of those things. When was the last time you saw a floppy disk?
I mean,
This morning.
I think like first thing that blew my mind when I got my last car when you had no place to play music.
Yeah,
Like
the
there was
CDs.
no CD player.
That's number 15 here, keeping a binder full of CDs in your car.
Yeah.
Multiple binders I had in my car.
Hell, CDs were the big thing. They were the
Yeah.
new thing.
Yep.
You were hip if you had one of those in your trunk and it didn't skip.
Yeah.
You spent the extra money to get the ones that didn't skip.
It started with really 8-tracks to CDs. I mean, the cassettes.
Yep. Yep. 8 tracks to cassettes to CDs.
Yeah.
And then on here, finally, they have dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Yep. Gone are the way. Some people probably still have dial-up internet. That's probably one of those rare instances. I don't know if it's completely gone.
Now you have call waiting. We've discussed this on your phone. But remember years ago, you have the operator break in?
Oh,
Does that still exist or no?
Do you need it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not saying, do you need it? Do you know if that exists? Like, I guess everybody must have call waiting.
Do operators exist?
I don't even know.
You gotta have the operator to break in. I don't even know if we have operators now.
Are you there?
Can you dial 0 and get an operator?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a moron. We haven't
Should we
done
try
that
it now?
so long.
Let's try it live.
All
Let's
right.
do it live.
Call. Well, you don't have your phone on you. You're going to that one. Yeah. What are you going to tell me you need?
Wings.
Wow. Who saw that coming?
I thought you were just dialing 0.
I
on your-
did.
He did just dial 0.
I did.
No, I meant on your phone. I didn't realize you did that one. I thought it was your own cell phone.
No. Yeah.
Over the air?
Yeah. He called 0, and that went to our boss's phone number.
Apparently, that's what happens when you dial 0.
Interesting.
You call our boss.
I get information from him.
Should have asked him, what's playing today in the movies?
Could you imagine if he picked up, we'd have a comment. By the way, you're on the air because we have to do that by the law.
That's right. Just want to let you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe you can buy an operator for $1,000. I don't know. Trying to segue here, but that isn't going to do it. But guess what? In the next hour, just coming up on the other side of this short break, we've got another chance at $1,000. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Sit through and listen to our fine advertisers tell you what great products they have. And then on the other side, we're going to get another keyword. And if you go to realradio921.com and you enter that keyword, you'll be in the running for $1,000. And if you get a phone call from a 513 area code and it says unknown caller, pick that up. That could be us letting you know that you just won $1,000.
We got some Florida stories coming up.
Yeah, baby.
What do you got in the Florida stories, Francis?
Yeah, we have a dude who got pulled over for speeding, but then he had a bunch of things on him that got him in even more trouble. It always happens like that, right?
Red Bull?
Yes, a lot of Red Bull. And then we have a Florida man who used Florida man's favorite weapon. That is a machete. I'll let you know what happened in that story coming up in your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Temperatures reaching into the lower 90s today, 90 at the coastline to as warm as 93 degrees inland. Heat index values, of course, a little hotter, ranging from 96 to 100. Plenty of sunshine, no rain chance today, an unusual sight for late July.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If summer is heating up your hiring needs, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job and get hiring today by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's at Palm Beach. There's only one thing hotter than the weather right now in South Florida. It's the ladies at Monroe's. It's a 5-star menu, beautiful ladies, and great entertainment. It opens 7 days a week to 5 a.m. And make sure you get over to Monroe's, enjoy their 5-star menu, beautiful ladies, and a good time. Put that on your agenda this week. Monroe's of Palm Beach. Peace.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Some big news. Dick Morris's new book came out, and it says Donald Trump is running for president. And right after that, President Trump said it's not a matter of if, but when. You need to get Dick Morris's new bestseller, The Return, today. It reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming big surprise. Morris says Trump still might face 3 threats, including Hillary Clinton. And yes, Morris says she's running again. Newsmax says The Return is the book of the year. Already a #1 Amazon bestseller, The Return gives you Trump's plan. Big media, big tech, and the deep state want to stop Trump. But The Return shows Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere. Or see the free offer from Newsmax and save almost $28. Just go to thereturn911.com. Thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Man, I slept.
New ZzzQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep is made for people who are tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
A melatonin-free sleep aid made with a botanical blend that contains clinically studied and effective valerian root, hops, and passion flower, shown to help promote better restorative sleep. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep. Sleep this good, feel this good. Available at retailers near you.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
I-95 and the Turnpike crash-free, delay-free roadwork downtown West Palm, Banyan at Quadrille, heading east, 2 left lanes blocked. That's traffic. I'm Rito Grant.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty. With the Strawberry Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're built for you to slow down, relax, and just take it all in. So when it's time for Frosty time, and Strawberry Frosty time is for a limited time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This is WCZR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Good luck from Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse on a Friday afternoon, everybody. I know it's hot outside, so try to stay cool. Maybe you get some cool luck this afternoon. You'll win the Mega Millions. It's nice to dream. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Franny's here.
Hey.
And we're going to get our last dose of Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
So this one makes me sad and it makes me mad. I have all kinds of feelings with this one. I'm just going to share it because it's been all over our iHeartRadio websites. And you're trending in Florida. And the reason why is because it involves a animal, but this man got really crazy. This is Brevard County Sheriff saying an unidentified man was arrested. They say the victim told deputies that the man had stayed at his house for about a week, and then all of a sudden he just kind of lost it. He said he started acting irate and not himself, and he was like, I think he may have been on some drugs, I'm not sure. So he just goes into this like tirade, and the guy this house he's staying at has birds.
Okay.
And he throws around the bird cage to the ground, breaking the bird cage. One of the bird goes free. And then he grabbed the second bird and decapitated it.
Oh, jeez.
A little parakeet. They said he also caused crazy property damage throughout the home and just ran amok. So, of course, the guy called the cops, and the dude was arrested on charges of felony animal cruelty and criminal mischief as well, too. And he is being held right now in the Brevard County Jail from what I saw without bond, but we will see. It is just, my pet, things are going down.
I don't blame you.
Things are going down. If you mess with any of my animals, I don't care if it's a tiny parakeet.
How about a mosquito?
I don't like mosquitoes, so it's fine.
It's okay.
They love me.
Yeah, of
That's what
course.
they do. That's why I don't like them. And then we have an update of that guy who was trying to sell. It's a miracle. It's miracle mineral solution. It'll get rid of everything, all kinds of diseases, malaria, COVID. It gets rid of autism, cancer. Oh my gosh, such a miracle.
Damn.
In fact, it
Sign
was.
me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yep. Well, it was toxic industrial bleach that this gentleman, who was the Archbishop of Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing in Bradenton, Florida, him and his 3 sons had a scam going on, and they decided when COVID-19, we're like, we're going to take this, we're going to run, and we're going to make a ton of money off of this. It's going to be crazy. Well, yeah, they found out that people were drinking bleach, so that's illegal to sell that. And Mark Grennan, he decided, he was like, oh no, I'm busted. So he took off to Colombia. Well, they found him, and they actually indicted him, and they brought him in. They brought him back here. And so it looks like he made his first court appearance yesterday in a Miami federal court following his extradition. So we will see what happens. We'll keep you posted. I'm sure they say his 3 adult sons were indicted last year as well on 1 count each of conspiracy to commit fraud and 2 counts each of criminal contempt. So I'm curious to see how that goes, how much jail time that guy's going to get. And then we have a Florida man who, the complete stranger, by the way, did not know this guy, but it looks like the 62-year-old Richard Duncan got arrested. It was like 5 a.m, and deputies were dispatched to a Gulf gas station. So they go over there, and the reason being is because Duncan was filling up his own vehicle, gas, and then there's a guy who came up with on a bike.
Okay.
And I guess they had contact with each other. We don't know what words were said, but obviously they weren't kind words, because Duncan went to the back of his car and retrieved a machete and started swinging it around, threatening to kill the man. He then took the machete and slashed the guy's back tires of his bicycle.
Jeez.
And then stole the dude's Bible. Well, he was arrested on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and petty theft. And then I'm just going to leave it there. I have more stories, but that's good enough for your Friday. What the Florida?
That's enough depression.
It is enough depression. I'm like, let's end this on a good note.
Thank you, Francis. A lot of singers and songwriters have been selling their catalog. And the Material Girl, you would think she'd be one who'd be like, I'm selling it. Put the line in the sand, don't cross the borderline. She says, no, she's not selling any of her music. No way.
That's because it's still like a virgin.
She says she's not gonna, she says she's not going to sell any of her music ever. I wonder if she'll even have it put maybe down the road in her will where they can't sell it.
Probably. She leaves it to her kids.
Yeah, but she said, no, I'm not selling it. And, Springsteen has sold it. McCartney, a lot of famous people have done it.
Oh, it's been huge. These people selling their catalogs.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And she says, no, she's not doing it. And there's no amount of money that will make her do it.
Wasn't Justin Timberlake? Didn't he just sell his entire catalog?
So, yeah.
Yep, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, a lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon.
Well, it's a huge payday. I mean,
Yes,
that's
it
the
is.
whole thing. And you're done. You go in, you get a check, you're finished. You don't have to worry about what's selling, what's not selling in the future.
And I guess you can, keep all the proceeds or whatever from your new albums that you come out with, new music and stuff.
And the other thing is you don't have to worry about the next generation. Are they going to like you? Are they not? Are people going to download you? This is just one and done. But Madonna said, no, I'm not doing it. So she's probably the first one that's really been outspoken about that says, you know what, I'm not going to sell my any of my stuff. So, and you would think she would. I would definitely think her, because she's big business and wants to get paid a lot of times. But she says, no, she's Staying right there, and she's not doing it. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Friday afternoon. We're going to come back with a Greek misspeak. Later in this hour, Franny's also going to tell you some things to do this weekend. It's the Penthouse on a Friday. We'll be back. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory. Here's an email from a good-looking woman who actually wants to go out on a date with one of our crazy fans, Stripper Scott, a man who's known to frequent prostitutes every week.
This has to be a scam. I'm going to need some sort of full waiver because you go out on a date with Stripper Scott,
Be nice.
watch out. You might end up in a 55-gallon drum at the bottom of the lake or something.
I've been on a date with him before.
And how'd it go?
Well, after the hour-long hemorrhoid story, it was actually pretty good.
Rover's Morning Glory. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Temperatures reaching into the lower 90s today. 90 at the coastline to as warm as 93 degrees inland. Heat index values, of course, a little hotter, ranging from 96 to 100. Plenty of sunshine, no rain chance today, an unusual sight for late July.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Man, I slept.
New ZQuil Pure Z's restorative herbal sleep is made for people who are tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
A melatonin-free sleep aid made with a botanical blend that contains clinically studied and effective valerian root, hops, and passion flower, shown to help promote better restorative sleep. ZQuil Pure Z's restorative herbal sleep. Sleep this good, feel this good. Available at retailers near you.
Would you like to know if you are at risk for Alzheimer's? A new Alzheimer's prevention study is currently seeking adults 55 to 80 years old with normal memory. This study includes a no-cost memory screening and an experimental blood test to detect if you may be at risk for Alzheimer's disease. Those at risk may participate in the study. Compensation available for time and travel. Need more information? Call 833-STOP-ALZ or visit alzpreventionstudy.com. That's alzpreventionstudy.com.
When your ride fires on all cylinders, so do you. That's why Napa is on a mission to keep you in motion. With nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers, the Napa Network has everything you need to get up and go.
From the hosts of the hit podcast Root of Evil and the creators of Atlanta Monster and Up and Vanished comes your newest true crime podcast obsession, Facing Evil. Each week, explore a new crime that deeply resonates with all of us.
This case hits home for me because I am an openly gay woman. But to be quite honest, I think I would have come out much sooner in life if Matthew hadn't been killed.
Listen to Facing Evil on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-738-9900. That's 800-738-9900.
Some big news. Dick Morris's new book came out, and it says Donald Trump is running for president. And right after that, President Trump said it's not a matter of if, but when. You need to get Dick Morris's new bestseller, The Return, today. It reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming big surprise. Morris says Trump still might face 3 threats, including Hillary Clinton. And yes, Morris says she's running again. Newsmax says The Return is the book of the year. Already a #1 Amazon bestseller, The Return gives you Trump's plan. Big media, big tech, and the deep state want to stop Trump, but The Return shows Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax and save almost $28. Just go to thereturn911.com. Thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
I-95 crash-free and delay-free. Crash on the northbound turnpike past Boynton Beach Boulevard. 2 right lanes are blocked and about 2 miles of delays. That's traffic. I'm Rito Grant.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Don't drive much, don't pay much with pay-per-mile insurance from Allstate. Life is good when you're in the driver's seat. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
This is Alec Baldwin. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new limited series podcast about a true American hero who lived to tell the story of his imprisonment by the Japanese during World War II.
I'm kind of proud of the fact that I'm a survivor. I wouldn't want to go back through it, but I wouldn't try.
For the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Friday afternoon, everybody. Thanks for listening to 92.1 Real Radio. Appreciate you guys listening. After us, it's the News Junkie and then the Greek Zone. Jimmy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Francis.
Hello, good afternoon, Greek.
And this is where we spin it in your face for a little Greek misspeak.
Get it in all over your face.
This is your Greek misspeak.
Spin it in. Here it comes. So I guess there was a kid who won the British Open, and now he's flocking the woods.
That was strangely arousing.
They lost a lot of heartbreakers in the playoffs. They got screwed with the Steelers with the Franco Immaculate Conception.
It's a miracle.
It is. Ooh, I'm going to go with Meryl Streep.
Don't look at the
You kidding me? You're a staple in the branch.
What did you just say?
And enter REAL for 10% off free shipping.
Dear Diary.
Jackpot. All right, buddy. Thanks and keep us in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody who's fallen, somebody who's hit rock bottom, as opposed to somebody who comes up who's ultra successful.
I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
I was like, oh, no, that explains why you went over 9. I said, you're a schlep rocker. I said, so that does.
What are you saying? That's not even English.
Stop laughing at me.
Nice.
That laugh kills me. So, Jimmy, you kind of teased this when you were talking about things that were going to be kind of normal in the future.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, so this is interesting. So there's plans, and I'm kind of confused when I read about it, all right? So this is happening in Saudi Arabia, who's been making a lot of news lately because of LIV. And actually, I did see that Charles Barkley, because we were talking about him going and being an announcer, broadcaster for LIV Golf, and he has decided to turn down an expected massive offer to join LIV Golf as a broadcaster.
Yep, he said he owes everything he has to TNT.
To Turner Sports.
Wow.
Yep, he said, I want to thank Greg Norman and LIV for their interest in me. And this was in a phone interview he did with the New York Post. He said, I wish those guys great success and nothing but the best. But in my best interest, I'm being fair to Turner because Turner and basketball have given me every single thing in my life.
Translation, they didn't offer enough.
Nice, Jimmy. We'll talk about this in the locker room.
Yeah.
And maybe the Greek zone, because that's what I think, too.
Yeah.
$10 million?
Get out!
Yeah.
30? Hello, LIV!
So, I'm
wasn't enough.
I'm curious.
Sea caucus or bust?
So I'm curious how much they offered him. Who knows?
I'm going to go with Jimmy.
Yeah.
I thought he showed interest, so it's like, well, if the offer's right.
He went
Even
on.
Barkley joked around. He said, for $150 million, I'd kill a relative, even one I liked. Like, that's what he said.
Yeah.
When he was defending the golfer's decision to join the LIV.
Yeah.
So it definitely was not that much money.
Bingo.
And he met with them, met with Greg Norman.
He
It came out in the public because it could have been kept very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was dedicated to TNT, he wouldn't have spoken with him.
Yeah.
And he might have also maybe tried to play both ends against the middle. Maybe they would have gave him a little bit of raise. You know,
Yeah,
who knows?
could be.
You never know.
Maybe they did.
Who knows? Well, I
Yeah.
think he would have said that because I would think that would make TNT look good. Like, hey, we want to keep our, our employees, so we're going to give them a little bit of.
Oh, it
bump.
might come out. Yep.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never know.
Might
But
come
I
out,
do
yeah.
think you're dead on.
Yeah.
I think it's a guess, but I like it.
So talk about, this basically FU money Saudi Arabia has. We can tell right there with that. Now what they're talking is the Saudi crown prince wants to build this insane 75-mile long skyscraper.
75-mile long.
So, so it's going to be 2 buildings if completed. They'll reach about 1,600 feet into the sky, like nearly 150 stories, but will run parallel for 75 miles. Now, they say that the price tag on this be $1 trillion.
Oh, come on.
$1 trillion, yes. So they're also saying this is what they call a pet project for Saudi's crown prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. They say that it will house roughly 5 million people, will include a high-speed train under the buildings to let people move about, like in and out very fast through it. And it is insane. They say other amenities include a sports stadium, which will stretch 1,000 feet in the sky, a yacht marina, a vertical farming, there you go, vertical farming to ensure residents have enough food. They say that residents will pay a subscription to be served breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
How about a late night snack?
I know, right? What about snacks? They say that it consists of 2 mirrored buildings crossing mountain and desert terrain connected by walkways, and it's part of a development called NEOM. So this is going to be insanity if it comes to fruition.
Basically, you're going to have everything you need within a 5-mile walking distance, or 5-minute walking distance.
Crazy.
You have everything you need: food, healthcare, all the amenities that you can possibly need. Obviously, housing.
Yes.
Boy, that's a heck of a. They're taking New York City and they're putting it into one long block.
I didn't see anything about a casino. They said anything about a casino?
I don't know. I don't see anything about a casino either. But
Do they have casinos in Saudi Arabia?
I don't know.
I would imagine they do. If they do, I would think that there would be one there.
Right?
Yeah, there's horse tracks.
You joke, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
It's going to have everything.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah. So I guess they have a deadline. So chop because they're saying they're saying 2030 is what the deadline is.
Wow.
Yeah.
To start it or finish?
No pun intended. No pun given.
Yeah. So like
there was one there. You didn't catch it.
experts think that like constructing this, they're like, this is like a 50-year project.
Yeah, we got to get it done.
You guys are insane. They're like 8 years. What?
Don't get the Teamsters involved.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But so they're also saying that residents will able to visit glow-in-the-dark beaches, watch cage fighting robots while they're drinking alcohol. I'm like, that sounds awesome.
Dude, I'm in. I'm moving. What do I got to do? How do you move to another country?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Bring a duffel bag.
I don't know
with
what
toothpaste.
I don't know how difficult it is to get a visa over in Saudi Arabia. I know
Is it
Italy's
warm
very
there?
hard.
Is it warm there? That's all I
it's
care
desert.
about.
It's desert. desert. Yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm
Can you
good.
get American Express?
What?
If you can't get Visa, can you get American Express?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Was that a joke?
That was terrible.
That was a very bad joke. David.
2-1. Well, thank you for the update on Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, that thing's insane.
It is the Penthouse, and it is a Friday. We're going to come back with a trifecta. Franny's also going to tell you what to do this weekend and a little bit more zap in your do. We'll be back. Peace.
Because your pets are pretty lonely when you're gone. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real Radio wants to add a little thrill to your summer with a chance to score your 4-pack of tickets to Busch Gardens' all-new Summer Celebration. Play all day and stay all night with Busch Gardens' Summer Celebration, featuring the debut of its fireworks spectacular, live entertainment, their world-famous Cirque Electric show, extended park hours, and tons more. Best of all, free beer is back at Busch Gardens.
Yeah!
Now through August 7th. Enter to win your 4-pack of tickets to Busch Gardens Summer Celebration today at realradio921.com.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Temperatures reaching into the lower 90s today, 90 at the coastline to as warm as 93 degrees inland. Heat index values, of course, a little hotter, ranging from 96 to 100. Plenty of sunshine, no rain chance today, an unusual sight for late July.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Stop by Mattress Firm for summer Black Friday deals. Save up to $600 on select mattresses from top brands, with queens starting at $149.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, you know, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-738-9900. That's 800-738-9900.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell.
Over the past 30 years, I've had people come up to me, often other lawyers, to tell me what a clever marketing idea it was for Cordell & Cordell to commit to men in divorce. Though intended as a compliment, such statements have always bothered me. For one thing, it's far from clear that a decision that's likely to disaffect half the market is a good business decision. But more troubling is the presumption that Cordell & Cordell's success is largely a result of good marketing. I think if you ask one of our 300-plus attorneys or one of our 100,000-plus former clients, that you'd hear a lot about experience, client care, and integrity. These are the much harder things that best account for the growth and reputation over time of any law firm, including Cordell & Cordell. Having said all this, I am proud of our marketing messages, and I do want guys to know that we're here to help them.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month. With no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. With the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
For a limited time, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Ends 9/21/22. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment taxes and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
It's a crash-free and delay-free ride along I-95 through the Palm Beaches. A crash northbound on the Turnpike past Boynton Beach Boulevard. Right lane blocked, about 2 miles of delays. That's traffic. I'm Reno Grant.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Get great looks, durability, and
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Hey, Greek, it's Ginger. If you were a piece of gum, you would be a juicy fruit. Bye.
Yeah, to all you whippersnappers out there, one day you'll wake up with a floppy disk. Oy vey.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, it is The Penthouse on a Friday afternoon. Tying it up for you guys. I hope you guys are having a good day and have a great weekend. Don't forget, we got the locker room tomorrow, 11 to 3. We'll talk sports and a lot of football. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Zion Williamson signed a big contract with the Pelicans, $193 million. It's a big deal for him. It's guaranteed cash, but he's got to watch his weight. Got to stay off the ice cream and the donuts. Because if he gains a little bit too much weight, they're going to take away some of his guaranteed money. Last year, he ballooned to over 300 pounds, and that's not good. I believe in Zion. I think he's a great athlete. He's been hurt most of his early career, but I think he can do it, and he's just got to be careful and stay in the gym and don't go to the restaurants. Yankees won last night 1-0, and Judge hit his 39th home run. He's on his way to get 62, we hope. He's got all of August, 1 or 2 more days in July, and the rest of September. Yankees not playing well as of late, playing 500, but that's not what they were doing. They are still in first place by a big lead. And if you go to our website, Will Smith made a big confession today and his first real comments publicly about his whole situation with Chris Rock. And he just said he was sorry. He made a mistake. He tried to reach out to Chris Rock, but Chris Rock said he's not ready to speak to him yet. It's been months since April since this whole thing happened. And I guess he felt today was the day that he has to come out and make a statement worldwide and say, hey, I'm sorry. And he was also answering questions that he got from the audience. I don't know where, but I don't know where people wrote in, but he was answering questions about it. So hopefully everything does work out, and maybe Chris and him will talk one day, and he'll get to apologize to him in person. I think Will can make a little bit more of an effort, because I think if he really wanted to apologize to him, he would have got to him a long time ago. And that is your trifecta.
So you mentioned something, G-Man, though, about that one player who in the contract he has to keep weight off or lose weight or something.
Zion Williamson, yes.
Yeah. And I guess that's quite common. And I just want to bring this up because I did see a list, and it was like people who went to Reddit again, and they were talking about a time that their coach kind of crossed the line with things that they made them do, and all different kinds of sports.
Sure.
Some of these are high school sports, college sports, whatever. But it was people from saying, when I was in middle school, we had a basketball coach who was notorious for his temper. They said he was talking once, and I was talking to my friend at the same time. He threw a basketball straight at my head and screamed. He was like, "Go run to the bleachers."
That was not uncommon years ago.
But this one, I was a competitive dancer on my collegiate tour team. Our coach once made us line up by weight and would cut anyone above a size 4 out of the routine because we were too big. I was a size 6, so I didn't get to dance the number. And a size 6 is not big. We also signed a contract that we wouldn't drink soda or alcohol, even if we were of legal drinking age as well, too. So I guess it's not common or uncommon for them to have all kinds of crazy rules when it comes to any kind of
Well, these
sport.
are, with that's high school. You're not getting paid there. You're playing, for fun, to learn the sport, and part of growing up.
Yeah.
When you're getting paid millions of dollars, yes, they could put anything in there. They just had something that they took out with Kyrie Murray for the Arizona Cardinals, where he had to study 4 hours a day. He was so upset that they came out. Arizona now took it out of his contract.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Somebody's paying me $230 million. They put something in it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
So,
no, of course. Yeah,
I am.
if you're getting paid that much money, yes,
I don't
you're
care what you
dropping
get.
the weight.
Yeah, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
You should be able to do it. And they really shouldn't even have to put it in. That's the real kicker. But with a lot of these guys, they feel like they have to do it.
Well, like you said, you said there was one point where he did blow up to 300-something pounds. Yeah. So I guess they felt like they had to put it in.
Same thing with Murray. He's known to not study, and he got very offended by the media. He attacked the media yesterday at a press conference. He goes, "This is your guys' fault." And that it came out that this was in his contract, that it didn't make him look good, that he had to study 4 hours a week, not a day, a week. And since then, Arizona took it out.
But even a lot of them do end up, they relax during the off season. They may pack on the pounds. Fitzgerald famously was talking about during the off season, July is all his kids' birthdays and everybody. And he was like, so I want to eat the damn cake. And I'm going to eat, because they were giving him crap for putting on weight.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm going to eat cake if I'm going to. And they drop the pounds when they have to.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of those, let them enjoy themselves while they're not playing football. But yes, do you want to do one more round of what's going on this weekend?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Let's do it. Give me some jams. Thanks. All right. Speaking of jams.
Any sword fighting?
Only at your house, Jimmy.
Got that right. Come on over. Back door's always open.
So if you want to get in some baseball all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Lone Depot Park, you got the Miami Marlins versus the New York Mets. And I bet you
there'll be
a lot of Mets fans. Yes. Tonight they have the Italian Heritage Celebration. So if you want to go and celebrate your Italian heritage, celebrating that tonight. Tomorrow, for all my Boricuas out there, they got the Puerto Rican Heritage Day. So all the Puerto Ricans are going to go out there and have a good time. And then Sunday's just Sunday fun day over there at the ballpark.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll have great crowds.
I want to go one day. They do like a dog day.
Yeah, you bring your dog.
Yeah.
They do once a year.
No kidding.
Yeah,
you bring your dog on dog day?
You bring your dog on dog day. Isn't that weird?
Good to know.
Just go and show pictures of your dog.
Yeah.
I think it's August.
Look, it's King. There he is.
Yep. And like I said, lots of music going on. If you remember Swedish House Mafia, well, they're back at it again, and they're actually playing at the FTX Arena tonight. Also, Stephen Marley at Abacoa Amphitheater in Jupiter. They're going to have a show. May or may not go. They're trying to twist our arms. We have a couple friends going to that show tonight, so may be a thing. Then if you like to laugh.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Really pushing it.
That's what you said. Who doesn't? Gabriel Iglesias is going to be at the Hard Rock Live now through Saturday. Carlos Mencia is also at the Palm Beach Improv, and that's going on through Sunday. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows Saturday, and I believe 1 show on Sunday. Carlos Mencia.
Good show.
Great guy.
Yeah, very funny.
We've had him in here a handful of
Miss
times.
him.
Yes. And then if you like a little sippy sips, they have the 8th Anniversary Beer and Music Festival, and that's at Lauder Ale in Fort Lauderdale going on through Sunday.
Lauder
Ale. Yes. Lauder
Okay.
Ale in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, and then G-Man might, I don't know, you're probably not going. The Miami Dolphins open practice. You can go there too if you want. That's tomorrow at the Hard Rock Stadium.
The only thing with that's sold out already.
Yeah, can't go.
Oh, just kidding. Well, did you get tickets?
I don't have no.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying if you just can't show up because they said
sold
all
out.
8 of them.
Sold out, people. What about, but even the secondary markets?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. We discussed that, me and you. Jimmy. Remember? We don't even know if they're on secondary
know.
market. They might be.
I don't know either.
If you were getting robbed for that, that's bad.
Yeah.
Secondary practice.
500 a pound.
Just practice.
The 50-yard line.
I bet you they probably do try to sell them.
You might be right, Sweetums. You never know.
Yeah, Sweetums.
Yeah. Everything's on that secondary market, including probably training camp. I don't know.
I don't know.
But somebody probably knows.
You
But
know.
is it worth it?
No.
Maybe not to you. And then also things going on this weekend. More music. If you like the sweet sounds of Daryl Hall minus the oats.
Come on, Oates.
Hall and Oates.
Imagine if you went and you started yelling that the whole time.
Where's John Oates?
What the hell's going on?
Hello.
That I should have paid 50% of his ticket.
He's going to be at the Hard Rock Live if you want to see some Daryl Hall. And Jamie Foxx is going to be at Live Nightclub. Now, you think he's going to be singing?
Yes.
He's going to be doing a little singing, rapping?
Oh, yeah, he loves to sing.
I know.
I'm sure he's going
I
to be
just didn't
singing.
know if
his
he was just going to be like hanging out. Like, hey, Jamie Foxx is here.
I would assume he's going to be talking, but I would assume he'd be singing his hits.
He should do like a little comedy and singing at the same time.
I'm sure he will.
Do a little.
Maybe a little Ray.
Takes my money.
She might do a little Ray Charles.
Yeah. And that's what I got going on for the weekend. And of course, you got to go to our favorite place and the sponsor of our Real TV, Monroe's Palm Beach.
That's right.
All the time. Great times.
They're open till 5 o'clock, 5-star menu, and beautiful ladies. They'll keep you cool in this hot weather.
Fetish Fridays.
Vegas had something that they usually don't deal with. Flooding.
Yeah.
Flooding. I mean, and one of the biggest casinos that just opened up, Circa, was like underwater.
Oh, yeah. They said the airport. I mean,
everything.
it was, and that, like you said, when you think desert, you think like dry.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
bad floods.
We got to talk to our buddy tomorrow, Teddy covers some Sports Memo, find out about it. But it was really bad. Some of the pictures that they showed, and even in the casino, I mean, it was flooded. It's Circa is the big sports book on
There was
Fremont Street.
waves in the casino.
Yeah. Wow.
It was nuts.
It's amazing.
Some of the footage I saw.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It does show me, though, they must not have any things set up for this stuff.
Yeah, because they said the rainwater's coming through the ceilings like crazy.
Yep.
So yeah, like you said, I don't think that they're prepared for flash flooding.
Nope. Not at all. I mean, that's what they said. The Strip, the airport. Mm-hmm. I mean, imagine if you're flying in and you heard that. You'd be like, what? Like, you know what? There's a flood in Vegas. You'd be like, how? What the hell's going on? You don't even see rain. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to take a lot of money to fix. Circa is really a great casino for sports betting. Feel bad for those guys because it's brand new. The owner is Stevens. He's done a lot of cool things. And, man, I hope they can get ready for football season. They still got a month. But, man, it's the pictures were unbelievable.
Get it ready for that. They got to get it ready for the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Yeah.
Gonna have a lot of people flying out there in September.
Yeah, it was. I think it'll be ready by then. But I'm just saying the casino itself, the damage, I can't imagine. Millions, because all those rugs got to come up.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. The tables.
You say that, G-Man, but I mean, we're only a few months out from that festival.
Yeah, they'll work 24/7 to get that.
Yeah, they definitely will.
Fixed up.
Yeah, but again,
it's still going to be obviously very costly, very labor intensive. I mean, it's going to take quite a bit.
Oh, of course, 24 hours a day, Jimmy. Like you said, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But if you see those pictures, you'd be shocked. You'd be like, "What the hell is this?" I thought it was a movie. I really did. Yeah, Vegas getting flooding. That's like us getting snow. I mean, really. I mean, definitely not prepared for that at all. 877-927-6969. Franny always says it, but we're going to jump on it too. If you have something to add for the weekend, not holiday weekend, that you want to add to our list about telling people what to do, let us know. Or you can email us or text us. Text us at Real Radio 47142, and she'll put it on the list.
I have a question for you guys, and I'm going to read you a story, and I want you to tell me whether this guy is a criminal or not. So some tourists were seated at an outdoor cafe in Naples, Italy recently when a young man ran up to one of them, pulled out a gun, grabbed one of the guy's watches, and ran off with it. Seems like a criminal
Sounds like a
so
crime.
far, right? Okay,
Yeah.
seems pretty much right. Yeah. But 7 minutes later, another guy walked back up to them handed his watch back, and said sorry, and took off.
A different guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they say it's unclear why, but they're thinking that they brought it back because it was a fake watch. It was a knockoff. So they thought it was going to be a luxurious watch worth like $300,000.
And then they took a closer
and then the
look.
criminal took a quick look, saw it was a fake, and they took it back to the guy
And said, sorry.
They didn't just like throw it away and run off.
Yeah.
They actually took it back to the dude.
It's not like one guy was like, dude, why'd you do that? And had a guilty conscience and then brought back the watch. They think it was because it was a fake.
It's a different guy.
But you said he did use a gun, correct?
Yeah, he did.
That I would say it's a crime.
It's definitely a crime. I mean, I kind of preface that just as a joke. I mean, we all know it's a crime. He stole something from somebody. It doesn't matter if you bring it back or not. It's still a crime. But I just think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden. I mean, because you would think most of the time, like someone, it's a fake. You didn't just throw it out.
You know, Rover had a story the other day. It was pretty interesting. This gentleman got his watch stolen.
Right.
And he said it was $1 million.
Okay.
And then they found out the watch was worth like $40,000.
Okay.
And he got
Very
arrested.
similar to this story. Okay.
But a little similar. But I'm saying, the guy got arrested for putting in a false police report and trying to get $1 million.
Okay. So okay, I see your point.
Did he think his watch was worth $1 million?
I'm sure he
was
didn't.
just.
I'm sure he didn't. He was trying to probably scam it out.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
Insurance claim.
Yeah, that's what I think. I heard the tail end of the story, but it's interesting that, because they always say a lot of people do that, like when they get robbed.
Sure,
they
overvalue what it is so that you'll get a bigger check from your insurance company.
But but let's say in a situation, and I know everybody can look it up and see whatever, but let's say in a situation it was a gift, a very expensive gift,
And
and
you
they
don't know?
and they present it like that's how much it is, when in fact it is way less. Like I told you, a guy gave me a Louis Vuitton purse and said it was real, and this was the fakest POS you've ever seen, and he was trying to pull it off like it was real.
But the scenario has to be that it's stolen and you're putting in a police report for
Yeah, and you think it's this much because that's how much you were told it was, because it was gifted to you.
I think if you thought you had $1 million watch on your wrist, you could get it insured. You're just not going to walk around with $1 million watch, and you would look it up. He said, I think Rover was saying that the guy said he forgot, how much he actually paid for it, but he got in trouble for it.
Yeah, because the crime is I'm assuming, because I don't know the story, but assuming that the crime there is insurance fraud.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would
because
think.
if there's insurance on it and you put it now in Franny, your scenario, if I would imagine that when you purchase insurance for something like that, right? They check it out to make sure it's legit.
Oh, they
it's
have to.
worth that much money.
Mm-hmm. Every time. I mean, when you put something like on their homeowners, say you said you had a watch and it's $20,000, they want to see a receipt. You just can't say, I got this, I got that. I mean, you have to show a receipt.
Yeah.
That's how you get insurance. And you can put anything under your homeowner's insurance if you have a home. And you just say, hey,
typically you have contents,
Yeah.
right? So your contents is you have $500,000 worth of contents, and that's what you're insured up to.
And you got to also read your insurance too, like a lot of different things. Like I have apartment insurance that they make you get.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And that was required. But then when there was something wrong where I lived, when I went to them and I actually went with a complaint, it was a lot different. They only cover X for this or X for that, like a max.
Right.
And I didn't know that. I had no knowledge. When I got it, I thought I had, coverage of 100,000, and I didn't. I had coverage of certain items for a certain amount, like for jewelry, for cameras, for TVs, and they had a max that they would pay out on each one.
I have a question. I have a question for you guys that came through the text line before we wrap it up.
6 inches.
47142. 47142.
That was my hair. How long it was when I cut it off when I was 20.
Got it. It was 6 inches long. So they said, hey, a friend's son, still in college, recently went to Miami, checked into a cheap hotel, paid $110 in cash, used a fake name. He then picked up 2 hookers and paid them $300 each.
All right, I'm with you so far.
But with counterfeit money.
Oh.
They want to know, smart business sense or a complete scumbag?
No, sounds good to
I'm
me.
going scummy.
Yeah,
that's
Really?
my.
That's scummy.
That's a real hardworking girl.
I don't know how much work she put out. I don't know.
Oh, $300 each or
Yeah.
together?
It says 3 each, 300 each.
That's
terrible though.
Yeah, you shouldn't promote fake money.
I mean, we shouldn't promote hooking either, but
It happens.
They provide a phone number? By chance?
The girls complained.
Asking for a friend.
The girls complained.
I wonder if that 110 cash you paid for the hotel was counterfeit too. You would think the hotel would check.
They would know.
But if it's a cheap hotel, maybe, I don't know.
Small Business Administration. I'm sure it's on somebody's desk right now.
Yeah.
We got to look into this. That's because that's tourism. I mean, it really is.
Yeah. We're gonna look out for the girls.
Yes, we do. But we don't give out fake money here. We give out real money, and that's
right.
$1,000.
Yeah, another $1,000 coming up on the other side of this short break. So get that keyword. Go to realradio921.com. Enter it there, and you'll be in the running for another $1,000.
Jimmy, I give you this. Kiss. You did a great job again. Moi. Cannot thank you enough for everything you do behind the scenes and in front of the microphone. Thanks for making this job a lot easier every single day.
Well, thank you very much, Greek. Thank you very much, Francis. Francis, I'll bid you a farewell. I'll see you next Friday. I love you very much.
Oh, yes. Have a fantastic trip.
Yes,
I
will
love
see
you. I
I'll see
can't wait.
I am lucky enough to get to see Greek later today for the Greek
Yes.
Zone and tomorrow in the locker room. So I'll give you a yes tomorrow or a goodbye
kiss?
tomorrow.
You'll get a goodbye kiss tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
He gets a real one with tongue.
Pictures.
But good to I'll see you in a
Yes,
week.
sounds good. Have so much fun
Thank you.
with
Thank
your
you so
brother.
much.
Yeah, that's
Sea
exciting.
Carcass or bus. Francis, we love you so much. Everything about you. You do a great job. Thank you so much for everything you do behind the scenes.
Everything?
Everything. Absolutely everything.
Even my lazy eye?
Yeah, you're lazy. I didn't know you had a lazy eye.
I didn't know you had a lazy eye, to be honest with you. You do a great job. Thanks for all your help. And thanks for coming in all week, working your ass off, and really pulling up an extra gear. Thank you.
Thank you. No, it's it's always a pleasure being here in the Penthouse because I have the best co-hosts with me. I have Jimmy and Greek and of course you out there because you are stars as well too. And speaking of you, you're waiting for some parting words.
How about we say thank you to you too, Greek, because we know you played a little hurt today.
Oh yeah, your little mouthies.
Thanks for hanging tight for us.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. One special thanks to my dentist. I don't know his name, but he did a great job.
It never ends.
That's his name.
It never ends.
Oh boy, I know where his office is. At least that, right? Like at least you know where his office is.
Just can't remember your name. Benny Hanna, everybody. Benny Hanna. Talk to you tomorrow.
Dr. Dentist.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Temperatures reaching into the lower 90s today, 90 at the coastline to as warm as 93 degrees inland. Heat index values, of course, a little hotter, ranging from 96 to 100. Plenty of sunshine, no rain chance today, an unusual sight for late July.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty. With the Strawberry Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're built for you to slow down, relax, and just take it all in. So when it's time for Frosty time, and Strawberry Frosty time is for a limited time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
The job market is competitive right now, so you need to be competitive to attract top talent. If you're trying to fill open positions at your business, iHeartMedia is here to help. Use radio and digital targeting to find fresh, passive candidates currently in the workforce. These candidates are listening right now, looking for new opportunities. Together, we can let the community know you're hiring. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
An incredible business opportunity is coming. Are you ready to own your own business? This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Mr. Sandless, the largest wood floor refinisher in the world, needs owners throughout the USA. Due to the housing shortage in the U.S., Mr. Sandless sales are skyrocketing, driving the demand for their unique Sandless refinishing service to record earnings, and you can get right in on this. Mr. Sandless has already refinished more than 100 million square feet of wood floors with no sanding and nothing to clean up afterwards. Brand new territories are available right now throughout the entire USA. You could be the exclusive Mr. Sandless owner right where you live. Mr. Sandless uses an exclusive wet refinishing process that delivers beautiful floors without the mess and cost of traditional sanding. A very low entry fee gets you started with profit potential that is massive. Get all the details at msfranchise.com. That's msfranchise.com. But hurry, as the best territories will go fast. msfranchise.com. Get the financial freedom you deserve at msfranchise.com.
QC Kinetics provided amazing pain relief for a former professional baseball player, and you have access to the same life-changing treatments as